It is often that we ask so much of our students throughout a school year that it leaves our students wondering if it's all worth it. And I like to let my students know that it is worth it. It is worth them academically succeeding in life so that they can do well. So I like to end my school year with something fun. And this year, we ended our school year with a trip to Fort Sumter. Yes, Fort Sumter in Charleston, South Carolina. I rewarded my students because throughout the year, students have state standardized testing, they have schoolwork, they have extracurricular activities, etc. that they must do, and this often leaves our students very tired. So, as my students have waited for that day to arrive, which was to go to Fort Sumter, many of them were excited because they've never heard of Fort Sumter, and of course, many have never even visited Fort Sumter. So this was a trip to remember. So on this video, I'm going to take you on a short trip with us to Fort Sumter, which is in Charleston, South Carolina. As the students patiently waited and exited the bus to now enter into the building that we will wait for our ferry ride, the students all waited in anticipation. They looked around, asking each other, will you get sick? Are you feeling nervous? Do you think you would get sick? But guess what? Not one student got sick or even was nervous as they rode the ferry over to Fort Sumter. The students, once they got up to Fort Sumter, they were able to explore and learn new things. It is important that we teach our students things in our discipline that would enhance their learning, but also enhance their learning in life. So as the students explored, they were able to visit the gift shop and also the museum while there. Not one student was disappointed or saddened by this part of the trip. Now, as the students patiently waited, they boarded the ferry back. The students were now excited to know what were they going to do now. And yes, what better way to end a school field trip than with a nice place to eat? So where did we go? Cracker Barrel. Yes, all of my students once again were excited to know that we were actually going to a restaurant where now we will all sit together and eat. My students, many of them once again, have never been out to even Cracker Barrel, have never even taken in their high school years a field trip. This is not something that you can always do, but I do believe that it is important to find some type of way to let our students know that we do appreciate them for all of the hard work that they have done throughout the school year. My students have done very well, and I thank you.